Welcome to Quality Perks, the podcast that not only delves into the intricacies of contact center quality management, but also uncovers the personal stories of industry leaders. Brought to you by BPA Quality, your trusted partner in enhancing customer experiences.
All right, here we are.
We're here. We're in the studio, as they say, right?
Yes, my studio, my home, my loft,
True.
whatever you want to call it.
True. So my name is Neal Eggers. I'm here with
Karyn Dupree, BPA Quality.
That's right. And we're starting a new series here, Coffee and Quality. And our aim is to first talk about coffee. That's kind of important for everybody these days. And the second bit is to talk about quality monitoring, contact center quality monitoring, what it means to us, what it means to you, all the way from it's a necessary evil to have, all the way up to proactive business intelligence. So everything in between. So we'll have guests on here from BPA Quality. We'll have our customers on as well. And we're looking to just start this, make it informal, and hope that you all learn something along the way. So the first thing we wanted to talk about is coffee. And I just learned, Karyn, that you only drink one kind of coffee, or you like different types.
Yes, I like different types of coffee. I will be, that person at Starbucks that has, I want the almond milk, only two pumps of the vanilla, that kind of thing. So I do drink other coffee, and I love other coffee, but I buy it in bulk. I have a Keurig machine. And it is organic, and I love it. It's a rainforest blend.
How many cups of coffee do you have a day?
Two. Yes.
Back to back, or are they spread out?
Spread out in the morning. But one of the cool things that I have is one of those mug heaters, warmers, and I keep it on my desk so that my coffee does not go cold, because I do not like cold coffee. Do you like cold coffee?
I don't, but I'm like an 8 cup a day. So I don't know if that's my background, but we grew up drinking coffee throughout the day. But I used to have sugar and milk and all that. Now it's just black for years. So I don't know if that makes it any healthier or not, but just black coffee.
So I noticed you have a Keurig. Do you do it like as a strong, or is
I
it?
do, yeah. I like the bold, super bold, extra. I'll do the variety pack from Amazon. That's give me the extra bold, super strong coffee. I guess maybe that's because it's just regular coffee without anything in it. But today I have Kenya AA, right? That's pretty strong coffee from Ocean City Coffee Company.
And what's the grind level?
This is whole bean. You got to grind it fresh.
I know, but do you do it like a Turkish grind, or what kind of?
Very fine grind. So I'll grind it down to a pulp and then brew it. But yeah, so everything I get is whole bean.
Have you ever added a lemon peel
to coffee?
Yes, you do the little squiggly thing, and you put it on the side. So when you take a sip, you also have the bouquet of the lemon.
Okay.
While you're drinking your coffee, and it is a quite refreshing experience.
I'll have to try that.
Do so.
But yeah, I've got Keurig back here. I've also got my coffee pot back here, so you can actually see that. So I think this is a very appropriate title and topic for me, because coffee is consistent throughout my day. So
yes, it keeps you going.
That'll work for us, I think.
Yeah, it's self-medicating for whatever ails you.
Like being tired.
Yes.
That'll work.
Yep. And being a soccer parent, we're always on the go.
We should add that into our commentary about what soccer tournaments is everybody driving to this weekend.
Yes. We only have a game this weekend, and it's Richmond in Virginia. So
I get to go to Jacksonville, then to Tampa. So.
You poor thing living in Florida.
Lots of time in the car. But now you've heard enough about us banter on. So back to contact center quality monitoring, right? That's what BPA does. And I guess a story I actually heard yesterday. Of all people, I was talking to my parents, and they're always quite unsure of what I do. So the story, my mother started telling me a story about her latest painful contact center moment, and she was trying to relate it to her understanding of outsourced contact center quality monitoring. And they're moving out of one apartment into New York City and going into a much smaller apartment into New York City. And there's a storage facility across the street from their current apartment. And they wanted to find out if they could actually keep a car there, because when they drive past, they see that there's cars parked in the storage facility. So they wanted to figure out how much that costs. So this is really bringing it down, contact center quality monitoring story. So she got the number from the sign out front, and it ended up being a centralized contact center for this particular company. It wasn't the location, but she thought she was calling the location. So she called this number, went through the IVR, and spoke to an agent and said, at this particular location, I see that there's cars out front. I'm wondering how much it costs to park at that facility. And the agent said, oh, well, you're going to have to call the local office or that store across the street from you in order to get that information. My mother said, that's what I thought I was doing.
Yeah, I love that, right?
So they give her the number, and she then calls the local office and then gets how much it is to actually keep a car there. And it's, it's not something they want to do because the costs were so high. And I said, okay, here's how BPA quality fits into that. We would analyze the amount of times that's happening for that particular company through the quality monitoring programs, CSAT surveys, any types of exterior analytics or reporting that we can get from that particular storage facility, and say all the amount of times that customers are calling your corporate office when they should be calling the local office. If you can identify where your customers are getting that information and streamline it so you avoid the double phone calls, because you're paying for that twice. So make sure that it's clear as to when a customer needs to contact the local office as opposed to when they need to contact the central office. So that explanation of where intelligence or proactive business intelligence comes into the quality monitoring spectrum kind of helped her understand a little bit better as to what I do. I mean, obviously we have the quality monitoring services where you're listening to X amount of audits per agent per month, either for compliance or you're looking for coaching, or you are looking to identify proactive business intelligence, or everything in between, or different bits and pieces of that. I found it easier to explain to her that that's kind of what we do, is trying to save our clients money by identifying these larger mountain moving type issues or inefficiencies in their process.
Absolutely. Whenever I try to explain what we do, I always started out, when you call in and you hear this call may be recorded for quality monitoring purposes. So more than likely, we're probably on the other end listening after that call to make sure that it is handled properly. And that we're trying to find those business insights, just like, reducing that first call resolution. And folks still kind of look at me like, So then they ask me, oh, are you listening to the calls? I said, well, BPA is listening. I could not, because the type of person that can actually sit down and listen to those calls throughout the day, it is a pretty significant type of personality,
Right.
and be able to pull that off. So it is quite interesting when you try to explain it and try what folks are doing with the quality monitoring. And sometimes I even get, oh, you mean that's for real?
Right.
They actually do
People
that?
think it's just a saying.
Exactly.
Why do you think
and
that is? Do you think it's because every time they have a contact center experience, it's not a good one? So they're like, well, you can't be honestly doing anything with it because it's not improving, or is it just some type of legal type
right, legally
statement?
you recorded and blah blah blah. So
Right.
yeah, so it's quite interesting how the industry works and all the new technology that's coming out as well to help with this analysis, and be able to find just tidbits that you didn't even realize that is gold, for not only your call center, but for your marketing, and your your company overall, and be able to save you money and make you money in the long run.
Yep, that's it's one of my famous sayings is, has your quality program money made you money, saved you money, or gotten you promoted? That's really the way we
Absolutely.
tend to look at it is, it's not, and I mean, it's okay if it's a necessary evil, right? I mean, there's a lot of organizations out there that are required to have quality monitoring for various reasons, and those reasons are important, but it can be so much more. So I feel that we do a lot of, we're almost like an education company as much as we are providing a service, because it's we're trying to change the thought process of quality monitoring from being just checking boxes, right? I mean, we've had conversations where that would be a great tagline, right? So quality, it's not about just checking boxes. So you should think about your quality program as an avenue for identifying cost savings and for making you money. It doesn't need to just be cost savings. It should be a vehicle where you're turning it into a profit center. And I think that's really the difference between what we do and organizations that are just checking boxes. So I think throughout the series or these coffee chats that we're having, it's to bring in individuals who embody that, who can share stories of their own experiences and their own view of quality, really personalizing the experience. And quality monitoring is just a bit of it, right? It's really the overarching contact center. We all talk and deal with the products we use every day. At some point, you're going to have to reach out to the products you use every day, and it's the positive experiences and the negative experiences as well, but how we can go about improving those through our partnerships. And that's really the drive of our little conversations here, I think.
Exactly. And uncovering, a negative, it's actually a good thing, because now you know how to circumvent it in the future. So, we really are able to understand what's going on, not only in our one customer, but we see overreaching over all our customers, and be able to share that information as well to folks that we're talking to on a daily basis.
Right. So where should we take this? Who should we bring on next? If you had your druthers.
Roy Kent from Ted Lasso. Can we bring him on? I would love that. But
there's no strings, right? We can always try.
Yeah, we could.
All you would say is no.
Exactly. Well, I was thinking maybe we invite the owner of BPA Quality. One of the owners is David Blackwell. Been in the industry for over 30 years, plus, because he was at British Airways before.
That's right.
And kind of go from there as well, and invite other folks depending on the industry. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like having David on. I think it's important to understand the origins of the company and his evangelism of quality monitoring, and where it's been, where it is, and where it's going. So I think his vision's pretty clear on that. So it'd be nice to hear from him. And then after that, maybe we can move into some of our proactive business intelligence teams. Maybe we can get a few of those folks on to talk about how they go about reaching the outcome of delivery. So data without insights is meaningless, right? So, what's the outcome when we're gathering all this data? How do we go about actually delivering, an actionable outcome that an organization can use to improve their business? So maybe we can go with that.
Yep. I agree. Sounds good. So I guess I'll need to do an invite out to David to join us the next time. Hopefully we'll be doing these once a week. And I hope folks join in the conversation, as these will be live, and you'll be able to chat with us and ask us questions throughout the 15 minutes or so that we're live.
So your mission from now until next week is to get a different kind of coffee.
Yes, and I'm already brainstorming where I should go and get it. Can we talk about creamers too? Because hey,
is that like a thing?
No.
Is that a thing? Are there different kinds of creamers?
Oh, hello. Yes.
I don't know. All right, so maybe we should change it from coffee and creamers with BPA Quality. Maybe
that could be. It's all about flavor.
Got it.
individuals.
Well, I guess we'll wrap up our initial discussion here with a thanks to all of you, and we'll look forward to your participation moving forward, and on this journey of ours to
quality greatness,
quality and coffee. That's it.
Awesome. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Take care. Bye.